What's up, dudes? Chooch back with another one. Today I'm out here riding on the B-Gold ET Max. I'm doing a ride from the suburbs all the way across the city into the mountains, and I want to show you guys what the ET Max really shines at. And this is the type of ride I've absolutely just grown to love on this wheel, guys. And you can get on this thing and just hit the main roads. It's so fast and it has so much acceleration response, dudes, and you can get such good range out of this thing and just ride it fast for like plenty of range to do even rides where you're going all the way across the city up into the mountains, for example, like I'm doing right here. So this wheel really has become my go-to when it comes to street riding. There's not any other wheel I want when it comes to doing kind of long range rides like this into the mountains or across town or whatever. And the ET Max, guys, is just simply so fast, and you can just push it so hard. And I've been riding it for a while now, and one of the main things I want to say about this wheel is you seriously can push this wheel. Like, look right here, I'm hitting beeps already on this thing, just flying. And you can ride it fast for a long period of time. And what's surprising to me, guys, I've rode this thing for like 2 hours, just pushing it, and I've never had even a hiccup on this thing. No cutouts. I've never had it dip on me. No problems at all. Like, this thing is very impressive. And when it comes to a high-performance street riding electric unicycle, you cannot beat the ET Max, right? I mean, I've tested it, and I can tell you definitively, if you are a street rider, if you only ride street, this is the wheel you want to get. If you want to ride fast and you only ride on the road, don't look anywhere else. This is the wheel you want to get. And it actually just went on sale even more. They just knocked another $100 off of it at eWheels. You can get it for $3,599 now, which with the specs this wheel has is simply just honestly one of the best deals you can get when it comes to, if you want a high spec electric unicycle, you get 168 volts on this wheel. It is just insanely fast, guys. Watch this right here. So I hit the button right there and I get the whole road to myself. Look at that move. So I got the coast is clear, and I just get on this main road and let it rip right here. And I get all the way up to the beeps on it, guys, about 65 miles per hour. And I mean, I just charged up probably about 5 miles from where my starting point right there. So I'm probably at like 96% battery, and get all the way up to the beeps right here. And this thing just flies, man. This is what I love about the ET Max. You get on it, man, and you can just push this thing. Just listen, get all the way up in there to those beeps. You are just rolling, dude. And one thing I also like about this wheel a lot is you don't have to carve. It's extremely stable, man. You don't have to carve. Like, if you watch me on my links, riding the links, guys, whenever I get up to speeds like this, I'm always carving a little bit. See, I'm starting my carves right here because I'm about to slow down, and I want to be in control of that wheel before I'm starting my slow down process, because I was moving right there. So, but one thing to note is you really don't have to carve all the time on the ET Max. Once you get used to this wheel, it is one of the most stable electric unicycles, stable and smooth, that I've ever rode. And, you know, you really just, the speed on it and how this thing rides is just phenomenal. I mean, the only downfall, guys, is, I've said it in the first few videos, is it's heavy, but you completely get over that. Once you're riding this wheel, after you put about 400 miles on it, you don't want anything else. I mean, it really rides that good. So the world record highest speed was recently broken with this exact wheel I'm riding right here. In the stock format, a really, really good rider over in Russia named Ilya, he hit the top speed ever on an electric unicycle riding this same wheel. And he had a GPS going in his pocket, and he had a motorcycle behind him and a car following him to his left. You can look this video up. It's on social media out there. It's pretty wild to see. But he, on the app, it said he hit 84 miles per hour on it. Now, I don't believe that. You can do a few adjustments within the app that'll kind of overinflate the speed a little bit. But even so, he did at least hit mid-70s on this wheel, okay? And the reason I know that is I was watching the motorcycle behind him. The motorcycle was filming him. He's on this massive wide open highway in Russia, super flat concrete highway, super smooth, and it's got a slight downhill to it. And he's rolling, the motorcycle's behind him going 122 kilometers per hour, and the unicycler is right in front of him, and the unicycle is slightly pulling away from him, the motorcycle, at 122 kilometers per hour. Now, I never saw the EUC any evidence of him going faster than that, and 122 kilometers per hour is about 74 miles per hour. So even if he hit 74 miles per hour on this wheel right here, that's still crazy. That is beyond wild, man. Like, I never run the app in my, or the GPS or any of that while I'm riding. I never even really think about it to do it. I just get on the thing and just go for my ride. But the highest speed I've seen on the display on top whenever I'm riding it is 65 miles per hour. And you saw back there whenever I hit that long stretch of road, I hit beeps on it, and I had just started off my ride about 5 miles before I hit that long stretch of road where I hit those first beeps. And if I had to guess, I bet those beeps came in at about 64, 65 miles per hour back there. So I just don't know, man. I don't understand how he's riding it to the point where he's getting 10 more miles per hour out of it. I mean, he must be riding it all the way up to where it's at the fourth and fifth like sequence of beeps, where it's just like beep 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 beep, and he must keep riding when it's just on the verge of cutting out. Like, I don't know, that's craziness to me. But just knowing you actually can, a stock setup on this wheel right here for somebody that's about my weight, you can definitely hit mid 70s on this wheel. I mean, it was shown right there in the video for sure. And that's given a 10 mile per hour kind of leeway between what was actually on the app and what I'm thinking he hit. So that's wild, man. That is screeching fast and it is just crazy. And that dude that did it, he's a wild rider. He was riding full tuck, I mean, to where there was no wind resistance. And if you've seen this guy hit some of the jumps he hits, it's just crazy, man. He'll hit just massive booters and just fly over stuff. He did one jump recently where he just hit this huge booter and went over this pond and just tail whipped completely sideways and then just landed completely sideways, and just, it looked like he broke his collarbone, his rib. I mean, it looked catastrophic. He got right back up, but it looked bad. I'll tell you that. So that's just my whole thing going into how fast the ET Max is, man. On paper, this is, 168 volt wheel. It has the highest specs you can get, and it's not the most expensive wheel out there. That's what's crazy to me. I feel like this wheel, it's only $3,599, and it has absolutely the top specs if you want to go fast. It doesn't have the highest range of all the wheels, but it definitely has, the motor power, the voltage, and decently high range. All right, so I've had a lot of people recently asking about upgrading from, whether it be like a V14, an S22, a V12, and a lot of people are just saying, hey man, I want something with some more speed to it. And I really feel like a lot of people are getting really good on their electric unicycles. A lot of people on their entry wheels, and just wheels that don't have near the speed as a lot of the high performance models. Man, for something like the ET Max and the Lynx and the Blitz, you compare other wheels, like the V12 or something to it, and that's like half the speed of these new really fast wheels that are coming out. So I'm telling you what, once you get on one of these really fast wheels like a Lynx or an ET Max, it is hard to go back to one of the slower wheels, man. You will constantly be finding yourself hitting that speed limiter everywhere. You really will. And even me with the Falcon, like, I'm loving the Falcon, but I got to be careful on the B-Goat Falcon because I'm so used to riding fast like this on the ET Max, riding like on the Lynx, and it's just such a thrill, man. Like riding these fast wheels like this, and just the freedom it is just awesome, man. It feels so good getting on the roadway and just riding these things like this, man. I'm telling you. And it's more fun than riding a motorcycle for sure. Like, I know a lot of people would see this, be like, man, just get a motorcycle at this point. But I'm telling you, I ride motorcycles all the time, but this is more fun. If I had a unicycle that I could ride as far as the motorcycle, and I could go on a whole touring adventure, and I could just, that's the one thing I wish you could do. I wish that you could just ride it to the point where you had to fill it up with gas at the gas station and just fill it up and keep going. I'll admit it, I really do. I wish you could do that. That's just one thing I wish you could do with these EUCs, is just link together a long ride and go like across the whole state. That's the one thing you can't do with it. But if you live in a city, you are traveling to work every day, you absolutely cannot beat the electric unicycle, guys. This is what made me be able to finish college and got me up every day to go to college. Is I literally rode an electric unicycle to every single one of my classes, and it got me up in the morning because I knew it was going to be a fun commute. And that's, if you can make your commute fun, that's huge. I'm telling you, that's huge. So and this shows right here, even if you got a long commute, guys, you got 10 to 15 miles to crush out, even up to like 30 miles to crush out, and you're a good fast EUC rider, getting something like the ET Max is just going to completely change your world, man. It's going to be so much fun, and you can ride fast, you can just cruise. It's this wheel, look at this. I mean, I'm going uphill through the mountain, just absolutely on it, and I've been riding it for about 30 minutes up to this point, so this thing's warm, the internals are heating up on it, but I trust it. I trust it, guys, and I've put the miles on it, and I'm riding this thing full speed, with cars coming at me, so I'm putting my life on the line to trust this thing, and I do. I really do. I think this is a top-notch wheel. I love it. I love the high performance it offers, and I just want more, man. I want a wheel that can go faster and farther, and they will keep making them. So that's it, man. But if you want the best of the best right now at a good price, like I think it's priced. Look at this. I'm cruising. Like, got motorcycles coming by. I got my hands free, just cruising around the corners, man. It's such a free feeling. It's so awesome, dude. Like, looking at this right now, I feel like I'm reliving it, and this was a fun ride. This really was a fun ride right here. So if you're looking for the next thrill when it comes to electric unicycles, and you want the absolute fastest wheel out right now, and it's at a good price, man. It just keeps going down and down in price. It knock $100 off of it, it seems like, every week. So it's $3,599. If you want to get it from eWheels, I suggest getting it from eWheels, man. You get the absolute best customer service and support on these electric unicycles by far from eWheels, guys. There's not even a question. They got your back. Actually, I had to send this ET Max you see in this video back to eWheels because they had to do an emergency repair on a customer's wheel. I guess they had a bad cell or something, so they took the one out of the demo and repaired the customers, got it all fixed up, and back out to them. And that just shows, man, eWheels is the best of the best when it comes to customer service. I mean, they will absolutely get everything right, take care of you, usually completely free of charge. And you can't beat the customer service you get from eWheels. And when you're buying something like this, one of these wheels with all this technology in it, you want to have a warranty. You want to have some people that'll answer to you whenever something goes wrong, and eWheels is the best of the best. So if you want to get this wheel or any other wheel out there, use the eWheels link below. It gives me a little kickback at no extra cost to you, and you're in good hands when you're getting from eWheels. Like, anything that goes wrong, you got somebody there that'll answer your email, respond to you, get whatever problem you have fixed. So definitely go with eWheels if you want to get any electric unicycle. And with that being said, the ET Max is one of those wheels that, one of those demo wheels that once I had to send it back, man, I was just like, oh man, I've been missing this thing so much. This is definitely a wheel I want to buy, and definitely am considering buying for myself. It really is probably my favorite electric unicycle of the year. And a lot of people ask me, they're like, what is the best wheel to get? What is the top? Like, what, if you could just, any wheel out there, like if you could narrow it down to one wheel, what would you get? And out of everything I've personally tried, guys, like there's a few I haven't tried, like the Extreme Bull, like the GT Pro or whatever. But I have tried the Lynx and I have tried the ET Max, which are, arguably two of the most high performance wheels out right now. And I really do like both of them. Like, you seriously, you can't go wrong with the Lynx and you cannot go wrong with the ET Max. But if you are a strictly a street rider. You only ride on the street, 100% go with the ET Max. And one of the biggest things that I like about the ET Max, guys, that pretty much nobody else really even mentions, is the fact you get that rapid charger stock with it. If you get it from eWheels, you get 2 chargers. You get the stock charger, and then you get the rapid charger. And the rapid charger, guys, is ridiculous. You can charge this thing up, seriously, in an hour or less. And then, I mean, that opens up the possibilities to ride up to like 3-4 charges in a day. So think about the miles you could put on this thing in a day. Like I went up and did a riding trip where I was up in the mountains. I woke up in the morning. I was able to do a full ride in the morning. I came back, charged. I ate lunch, went and did a whole nother ride, came back, charged again, and then was able to do a whole nother ride in the evening. And that's incredible. Like that is definitely one of my favorite things about this wheel is the fact it is extremely fast. You can just throw down the power on it, and then once you need to recharge, it only takes like an hour to do it. So that is just awesome, and I want to see all the wheels going forward being similar to that. The fast charging is just amazing. I love it. But if you want to pick up this wheel or any other electric unicycle, use that link below. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.